Hi, my name is Eric Palmer. I own Southwest Exterminators, and I'm a Corporate Alliance member. For those of you who remember the post I put up a few weeks ago, I was asking for any information about web design. And for those of you who offered your information, anecdotes, questions, referrals, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was very well received, so very helpful. I truly do thank you. It was very beneficial. For those of you who don't know, I'm a young entrepreneur. I made the epic mistake of hiring the son of a particular client, and long story short, that website was not what this company needed. So after my contract expired, I decided that I would do some research, figure out what I need to know in web design, and find a local company. And so I'd like, in a way to repay everyone who just helped me, I'd like to post this video to help other young entrepreneurs, business people, managers, so you don't make the same mistakes that I made. There's 5 things that I think are really important. The first one is do your due diligence. Study before you even go and start talking to these guys. Know what SEOs are and what they are not. Know what CMS is. Know what pay-per-click is. Knowing this information will be very beneficial when you're discussing it with your web designer. I was actually surprised at how many web designers said that, hey, I came with all this information and I know what I'm talking about. For those of you who know me in my private life, I believe technology is a necessary evil. I'm not the techno guy. But so do your due diligence. The second part of due diligence is look at the portfolio. And make sure what you have in your mind's eye is something that they're experienced in, something that they're doing. And this was a way that at least I was able to quickly decipher into companies that I would really seriously look at commissioning, and those that, while very good companies, weren't doing what I was looking for, so I was able to put them off to the side. The second thing is use a local company. Now, I may get some blowback for this. I know there's franchises and national companies, and I'm sure these guys are great, and I have no ill will to them. But I used a guy that was on the East Coast, and I lost. He wouldn't return my calls. There was no way for me to hold his feet to the fire. Using a local company alleviates that problem. If they don't return your call, then you go into their office. And so I would prefer to use that local company. I did, and I would say that's probably something you should consider. Also, it was beneficial during the interview process to watch their nonverbals. Many of them talked the talk. They knew what they were saying, and they presented it in a persuasive manner. But when you read their body language, they were slumped over. They just weren't. Here's the information. They weren't excited about what they did. And how are you supposed to make me, the client, excited when you yourself are not? And the particular company I chose, when all was said and done, did inspire that. They were very energetic. They were very happy. And it gave me the confidence that they would do a good job for me. Number 3, do an organic search. Now, this could fall under due diligence, but I think it deserves its own attention. It came down to 2 companies for me, and I put in dozens of different search terms. Dixie Web Design, Web Design in St. George, Utah, Southern Utah and Web Design, CMS Web Design in St. George, Utah. And this one particular company always showed up in the top 5 and organically. And that gave me the sense of security I needed to give my money to them, to commission them. The other company did really well in some search terms and not so well in the other. They weren't consistent. And I told every web designer, I want to rank high. I want those leads. I want to harness internet to the success of my company. And if the web designer can't even get their own website ranked high, how am I really supposed to believe they're going to make my website rank high? So again, doing the organic search, I saw who the real professionals were and who were some web designers who were either up and comings or maybe not even that much. The fourth one, and this is possibly the most important thing to take away from my mistakes, is register your own domain name. the son of a client that I used asked for one flat rate, and he would do everything. He registered the domain name, he created the website, he got a lot of the content for me. It was a one-stop shop. The problem was, now that the 3-year contract has expired, there's some contention on who owns that domain name. So really, what you guys would want to do going forward, whether you're looking at doing a new website or redesigning a website, go to GoDaddy or some other kind of website that does domain name registration. Purchase it yourself in your own name, and then give administrative access to your web designer. It'll alleviate lawyers, nasty letters, and all this drama that I find myself in the middle of because I went to the one-stop shop. So don't make that mistake. If you get nothing else from this video, do not make that mistake. The last or fifth thing, the last thing, is use your networks, use your pools, use Corporate Alliance. I got just tons and tons of valuable information. And again, just thank you for all of you guys who offered your anecdotes, stories, referrals, etc. Greatly appreciated. This is quality information from your peers. So go to the executive pools, go to the Jumpstarts, get that information, and use it in your decision-making process. So really quickly, the 5 things that you should learn, the mistakes that I made for your benefit as long as you learn from them, is 1, do your due diligence. Know the language that the web designer is talking about. You don't have to be an expert. You just do a Google search, read a couple articles, learn what an SEO is, learn what CMS is, learn what pay-per-click is. There's other things you should know that I just had notes for and can't remember off the top of my head. Easy information to find if you just Google just for an hour, 2 hours. You can learn a whole lot. So do your due diligence. I would prefer, and I would recommend, and I can be corrected, to go with a local company. I think it's easier to hold them accountable. Do an organic search on them to see if they are walking the walk that they're talking. Register your own domain. This is the most important. And use Corporate Alliance. Use any other networking capabilities you have. Go on Facebook, Angie's List, whatever it is that you guys use it. It's valuable information. You already pay for a Corporate Alliance membership. You might as well use it to its highest. If any of you have questions or want to discuss anecdotal stories or anything, my name is Eric Palmer. I'm in the Jumpstart pool of Corporate Alliance in Southern Utah. I'd be happy to tell you other mistakes or other things that I've learned and help point you in the right direction. So please, like I said, at the next Jumpstart meeting, go ahead and meet up with me, talk to me, send me an email through City Central. I'd be happy to help you guys. And together, us small business people, entrepreneurs, and even us medium to larger size business people, with sharing this information, we can all get better for it. Last time, Eric with Southwest Exterminators, Southern Utah Jumpstart. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.